Thank you so much for coming. We have a great panel discussion in store for you this evening, but before we kick off, just a couple housekeeping items I wanted to remind you of. First, registration is going on right now for spring semester. If you haven't emailed me or called me for your registration code, please do so we can get you in the classes that you need to finish your degree. Secondly, just wanted to let you know that the discussion we have here tonight is just the beginning to an online discussion that we'll have the rest of this month through the end of November about professional development and networking. So be sure to check our blog out. You're welcome. Finally, just wanted to remind you that the ASTD has a scholarship opportunity. It's in the honor of Dr. Deb Polke, who was our chair here in this program from 2001 to 2007. We have some applications available on the table, or if you visit ccastd.org, you can get an application or get an email to Melissa Pagonis, who's on the committee. Let's see. So I'll introduce our moderator this evening. His name is Gene Mitchell. He's a current graduate student, or graduate assistant rather, of the Training and Development Program.
And also a student.
And also a student. He'll be finishing in spring of 2011, but he comes to us with 25 years of experience working for Xerox and GE in a training capacity. And without further ado, I want to welcome Gene Mitchell.
I'd like to introduce my panel today. And starting over here to my left, we have Ray Barner. Ray Barner. Ray graduated from the Roosevelt Training and Development Program in 2006. Then we have Kimberly Chu. She graduated from our program just this year, 2010. Okay. And then I have Melissa Pagonis to my right. And when did you graduate, Melissa? Oh, in 2008. And over to the far right, I have Steve. And Steve, you graduated from our program last year. Okay. All right. Now, the way we're going to try to run this today. It's a 2.5-hour session. My panelists, they're going to engage you by sharing some of their experiences. They're going to respond to a couple of questions that have been provided to them earlier. But what we're going to do, we have a competency model that I think each of you may have a copy. As such. And forgive me, I don't have a prop. I thought we were going to have a prop, but if you'll refer to your copy. We're going to go on a high-level overview of the ASTD Competency Model. And then I'm going to have each of our panelists respond to a question that they've already received related to the ASTD model. Each person will take approximately 5 minutes to respond. And once we've completed that, each one has had a round, then I'm going to open it up to you to ask questions. Okay? Then we'll take that's going to run about an hour. Then we're going to take about a 15-minute break. And then we're going to return. And our panelists then, they have 3 additional questions that we have given to them. And they're going to respond to those questions. We're going to follow the same format, where each person will take approximately 5 minutes to give their response to the question. And we'll go through that. And that's going to take about an hour to go through 3 questions. Once we've finished, we're going to open that up again to you to ask questions. And we'll have about 20 minutes to do so. And then we're going to wrap the program up. And we're going to have a survey that we'd like you all to complete. And when you complete this, as you're completing the survey, if you have any questions that you would like asked of the panel, or any questions in particular about training and development and professional development in your case, I'd like you to write those questions on the survey. I'm going to give those to Mark, who is really the person who was instrumental in driving this whole networking event. I'm going to give those to Mark. He's going to make sure that they're going to be available on one of the 4 social networking sites that we have. I think Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and our development blog, training and development blog. Okay, we're all set? Okay, so with that, first of all, we're going to talk about the model. How many are familiar with it? Oh, good, everyone. So this will be real quick, right? How many have used it? Ooh, Kathy. Okay, well, this is a great. I'm sorry?
I said, let's hope so.
Yes, she has. All right, well, what you're going to find today, and hopefully that you'll take away a lot of information that's going to help you in terms of developing your career. And the ASTD model is going to be an excellent guide that will help you accomplish that goal. Just to tell you about the model, it was developed by ASTD based on an intensive and comprehensive study of the learning profession. And as a result, they were able to develop competencies that Roosevelt Training and Development Program has aligned their delivery with. And as you look at this model, you'll see we start with the foundation at the bottom of the pyramid. At the foundation, you'll see that we have the competencies, and there's 3 blocks. Those 3 blocks really help define relevant behaviors. So if we look at the first, it talks about the interpersonal. The particular behaviors that you're looking there is that you want to make sure you develop the ability to work with others, to manage and influence. If we look at the next box, it talks about business management. The particular behaviors that you're looking at looking to develop within yourself would be the ability to analyze, make decisions, and implement solutions. And if we move to the third section, which is personal, you're pretty much looking at your ability to adapt to change, or in essence, become a change agent for yourself and in terms of developing a career. Okay, so if we look at the bottom, that's the foundation, and you're talking about addressing your behaviors. As we move up the pyramid, you'll see now we're talking about areas of expertise. And if you look at those, you'll see that they're very similar to some of the courses that we're taking. And that's where you see the alignment of the Roosevelt Training and Development Program with this competency model. As we move up, you'll see now we talk about roles at the top of the pyramid. Now you may hold more than one role. And the goal, as we've said, is to develop a plan that will help you reach the top of that pyramid. And what we have found is that by following this, it's an excellent guide to get you there. If you look at the next page, there's also several questions that you may pose to yourself in terms of applying this model. And if you look on your last page of your handout, so if you decide, and hopefully you will use this model, here's some of the questions to pose to yourself and answer your questions in terms of developing your plan.